Good evening. 58-year-old Edward Christie drove to California in 2009, picked up a teenage girl there, and drove her back to Albuquerque for sex. A few days later, that led to a shocking discovery by sheriff's deputies and to federal charges against Christie. News 13's Amanda Goodman is live in the Newsplex with the deal he cut today. Amanda?
Christie, who originally faced more serious charges, pled guilty to child sexual exploitation and child pornography. It was a disturbing case. In November of 2009, sheriff's deputies arrested Edward Christie after a tip led them to his South Valley home. When they arrived, they looked in one of his windows and saw an underage girl naked and tied up in a dog cage. That girl had been reported missing from California. Christie admitted that he started an online relationship with the 16-year-old about a month prior. He said they exchanged sexually explicit photos of each other during that time. Christie told investigators he drove to California to pick the teen up from her parents' house. He says they had sex once in a hotel in California and then again at his home in Albuquerque. The girl admitted she was a willing participant, but because she's underage, Christie was charged with rape. Investigators searched Christie's home and found naked photos of the 16-year-old and child porn on his computers. The state turned the case over to the feds because Christie brought the girl across state lines. Christie admitted to enticing or coercing the girl to travel from her home in California to Albuquerque for sex. Now, Christie was charged with rape by the state, but when they turned the case over to federal prosecutors, those state charges were dropped. The U.S. Attorney's Office says rape is not a federal offense unless it happens on U.S. government property. In this case, it did not. Dick?
All right, Amanda, the plea deal calls for 9 years in prison and at least 5 years of supervised probation. Christie will also have to register as a sex offender. The